I'm sitting under the full moon. Where are you? Full moon in Libra, working with balance. And I have been choosing all day to stay out of balance. Just like really leaning on the physical parts of me, the physical emotions, the physical circumstances, like finances and cleanliness of my home, and the weight of my body, just like all of the surface level things have just entrapped me today by choice. And I want to talk to myself about, because I teach in my course, like supporting yourself, like listening to how you feel, and then changing your course of action, making an adjustment to how you continue on with your day or with your actions. You're listening to yourself, and then you use that insight, like really listen to yourself. And then over time, you start to learn how to support yourself by changing, adjusting something. And you find that adjustment by coming to your breath. And that's what I teach. But I'm having a revelation as right now that you can also support yourself on a only physical level. And I think I need to point that out to myself, is like supporting yourself means supporting your essence, not the physical things that you're feeling. So you support yourself always by supporting your essence, which will look similar to almost every situation, to every emotion, like always coming to your breath, always reminding yourself that you're okay, always connecting back to nature, either through the people around you or through going out into nature. I mean, literally, I think those are the only ways, just actually immersing ourselves in our essence, which is, what is our essence? It is nature at its most pure state. And so, gosh, I've just been feeling so suffocated by the city that I'm in, and just really feeling the effects of living surrounded by concrete, even though I have a beautiful community and so many opportunities here. It's just, I feel so much more here, just because there is more complexity. And when you're around pure nature, it is just so simple. Like, there's no other moving parts other than what has naturally existed from the moment this earth was born. And that's it. Just next course of action. There's no planning. There's no daydreaming. There's no, it's just like, what is happening right now? And based off of what is happening right now, what do I do next to support that and support growth? Always. Nature is always supporting growth, even by the snow, even everything supports its growth, supports its sustainability, supports its longevity. And it's just that's what I mean when I say to myself and to others to support yourself, to change your course of action. You're not supporting just how you're feeling, because how you're feeling is only surface. So if I'm feeling stressed, I could be supporting myself by choosing to be unhappy and not feed myself. And, that's still supporting myself, because I'm just supporting my emotions. So I'm making choices based off of how I feel on a solely physical level. And that is not supporting all of me. That is just supporting what I see. So if we were trying to support nature based off of how we see it, we'd pick up the leaves on the ground, but nature doesn't want the leaves picked up. It wants it there. That's supporting it. It's not changing the physical, it's changing the subtle, the things that we can't see. It has been proven that trees communicate under the earth, in the soil, by the fungi, and it's just we don't see that, so we don't even know what nature's doing. But it is all of what nature's doing is intentional to support its essence, which is something unseen. And to the physical eye, sometimes nature looks not well, it doesn't look well. But underneath it actually is thriving, because it is in a physical dark period. It appears to be dark, but inside it is supporting the essence of them. So they are changing something on the physical to support what's going on, or they are remaining calm. It's almost like, if you think of the balance, are us on the scale of balance, not like the teeter-tottering sides, but us as the stability point. Like, our essence is that stable point, and the sides that teeter-totter are like the things that are happening around us. So one side could be like the mental, and one side could be like the physical. And like, when our mental goes low into dark places, the physical things that we feel are just like overwhelming, you know what I mean? Like, and vice versa. Like, the more we numb ourselves on a physical level, I don't know, maybe I'm saying this wrong now, but like, I have to figure that out more about the scale. I have to think about that more. But I feel as though we are the middle part, and we always have that ability to remain balanced, remain stable, supporting the things that are fluctuating around us. So it doesn't mean we become that thing that is fluctuating, because that's what I do. I notice myself do. I start to become the thing that is fluctuating around me, and I rationalize it because I'm being like true to how I'm feeling, which, yes, I am, but like, is being true to how I'm feeling supporting the whole of me in this moment, the entirety of me? Like, if I died tomorrow, would my soul be content with the last way I supported myself on earth? Like, no. You know what I mean? Like, always presence, always peace, always contentness. Not necessarily happiness, but contentness, knowing that contentness and happiness are so different. I feel like just being content in what you have, it isn't dictated by what you have, but it is the fact that you are content regardless of what you have. And that's where you always want to go back. That's how can you support yourself in getting to there? How can you support yourself in going there? Not supporting how you're feeling, but how can you support yourself to get to that space, to get to that headspace? Going to your breath, it's like all a conscious thing. Like, you have to remember to do it. You have to practice and habitually, like when you're going upside down, I have to remember to breathe. When I first started doing handstands, it was so hard for me to breathe upside down, because you just habitually, like, you just want to hold, right? But I had to learn how to breathe and remember how to breathe. And at first it was really cognitive, like I had to think about it on a level and remember it. But then over time, now it's just habitual, you know, like now I breathe when I go upside down in a handstand. And so that's what it is. When I feel an emotion, it's habit to just hold, you tense, you don't let yourself feel to the subtle space. And that's what it is. Yeah, when you tense, you don't allow yourself to feel to the subtle space, because it like, I don't know, and maybe nobody else relates to this, but like, it feels physically, on a physical level, satisfying to remain in that physical space, to be angry at that person because they did on a physical level wrong you. But like, knowing that actually you can come back to a state of peace regardless of what they did to you. You could still express your emotions and express the way you feel towards that person, but it doesn't need to dictate your whole, like, how you feel, like why they were mean to you. Don't take it personally, you know, like what they said doesn't need to destroy your peace. And that's what it is, not taking it personally. Like, it's a fun thing to say, don't let someone take your peace. Yes, but what does that mean? Don't let it affect the way you see yourself. Don't let it alter the way you think others see yourself. Well, how you see yourself is how you believe others see yourself. So don't let it affect the way you see yourself. And I'm speaking to myself. But if somebody looks down on you at a restaurant because you forgot your credit cards, this actually happened to me this week, and you feel judged and shamed by them, don't let yourself feel judgment and shame towards yourself, which is what I've been doing. And then my brain, just like my ego brain, right? This brain that relates to the physical world, right? It grabs onto things out of the physical, because it's that layer just above the physical layer. It just grabs onto things in the physical layer and holds onto them on an ego mental layer, knowledge level. And then it holds onto it in the knowledge level. And unless you in that knowledge space, also bring in the memory of going to your breath. You have to cognitively bring it in toward yourself. It'll just stay in that knowledge level. But if you bring in the knowledge, it might just be really quiet. But if you then choose in that knowledge space, everything happens on this like knowledge space, this ego base, this like mental space. Because it can get stuck there so easily. Like, I let myself get stuck in that space all day today. Easily. I did it for the first 24 years of my life. You know what I mean? Like, so many of us get stuck in that space of just supporting the physical, grabbing onto the physical, holding on to it for dear life, tensing, holding on to our breath. But if we choose to go deeper, which is harder, by the way, there's peace down there. You have to climb the mountain before you get to the beautiful view. You have to hike in to get away from the city noise. You can't just get there. It's a journey. So you go on this journey, you make a decision, I'm going to go outside, right? Maybe it's a literal metaphor. You actually do the metaphorical thing that this is symbolizing right now. You actually do it. So I actually go outside, connect with nature as much as I can. I'm outside right now. This is my backyard. My backyard's kind of rough. I'm outside with the moon. But I have to allow myself to truly listen to myself. And truly listen to yourself is like truly listening to a partner when they're saying the things that you know you should be doing, but you are just angry at them because they're telling you. And then you're holding on to things. This is what I just did to my partner. He's telling me all the things that I'm telling myself right now. But when he was telling me, I was mad at him. You're not understanding. Like, this is hard for me, right? Like, I'm having a hard day. Like, tell me more. And he's like, I did tell you 5 times today to go outside. And I'm like, no, you didn't. He's like, you probably did. But I wasn't listening to him. I was selective listening. Yeah. So this is like a whole profound thing for my course. It's like an extension of my course, honestly, because I teach how to enter all to these spaces in my course. But this is just like expanding on that, or like having a new revelation with the same exact material, but like expanding on the profoundness of it, like relating to it in a different way. And really relating to it with myself, like how I can actually use it, because I teach it so much and it's like so hard to apply. Like, you can listen to me teaching my course, but you have to learn how to apply it to yourself, because you can listen to me say this to you in a YouTube video, but you have to learn to apply it to yourself, to bring into your cognitive mental mind, the mind that can easily take over your entire life and leave you obsessed with everything physical, the cleanliness of your space, the material things that you possess, everything physical, the things that you're eating, the quality of the foods that you're eating, the quantity of the foods that you're eating, right? This mental space clings on to everything physical, and it can easily choose to stay in the physical, easily, because we are all habitually conditioned to do that. Everything around us is all about the physicality, everything. There are billboards everywhere I turn that tell you to lose weight. In Vegas, there's billboards about everything physical all the time. God is a physical thing, you know, like a heavenly, fatherly God, somebody with hands, somebody with a face. That's a physical thing. People telling you, billboards for strippers, that's a physical thing. Billboards for money and vacation, it's all physical, right? Like, those are all things that our mental mind can easily grasp to, and so we have done that our whole lives, taken the easy way, grasped onto the physical. It is very difficult to bring in this new idea of, wait, there's more. There's a deeper place I can go to right now. That is my essence, that is that standing beam, that I can go to it. And it's always there. And I can, once I know that I'm there, I can experience the physical, but I'm not actually on the tilting board. I'm the beam holding up the tilting board now. I am the consciousness literally, yeah, like not wavered by the tilting board. I can easily, it's just a little jump. I can easily jump over onto the tilting board, but I can easily also jump back. Well, it's actually a little bit harder to jump back because then you have to work with like, you know, you can easily jump off, but then you have to work with like climbing back up. So, yeah. Yeah, so that's what it is. You are the board. I am that beam. I can experience the wavering, but I have always the choice to support myself back to remembering that I am that beam. Or just existing there. Every morning, reminding yourself that you are that. Because you are, in your essence. But your mental mind will try and steal that, because then it's like, wait, the focus is off the physical. It's off the physical. No, we're not. The focus is off the physical. It's conditioned all the time, unless you live in the middle of the jungle. No phone. Just in a community of people all living the same way, because you have connection. It's not like you're by yourself. Like, you still have people around you. You have a community of people in the jungle, all living off the land, connecting with nature every day. Nobody's working corporate jobs here. Nobody's, everybody's like chopping wood, killing deer, picking grass. Everybody's in a community. Maybe then you would be more able to stay stagnant, stay still. Like, you are really there. You are like, your external situation is like just nature balancing, tilting. It's not like, it's just like really easy. But the majority of us are not in communes in the middle of the woods. And so we have so many shifting things going on around us. And yeah. We always have the opportunity to be there. It's just harder. But the more we practice, it's just like a handstand. The more we practice, the more we are able to stay in that balance longer. So, yeah, that's my lesson for today. To myself, to you. Stopping it at 17 minutes sounds good. Stop it at 7:37. But thanks for listening. Love to you all.